We just wanted to be here and be part of our community.
67 passengers are presumed dead after a collision between an American Airlines jet and a military helicopter near Washington, D.C. Among the victims are 6 people with ties to the Skating Club of Boston. Joining us with the news and reaction is Senior Assistant Sports Editor Katie McInerney. Katie, why were members of our local figure skating community on this flight from Wichita, Kansas?
So recently, the U.S. Figure Skating Championships were held out in Wichita. They wrapped up earlier this week. Along with that, they hosted development camp for young and up-and-coming skaters. And 2 of the skaters who were lost in the crash on Wednesday night are training at the Skating Club of Boston. That's Gina Hahn and Spencer Lane. Both of them participated in this development camp in Kansas and were flying back to the East Coast when the crash occurred.
Along with Gina Hahn and Spencer, who else was on this flight? What do we know? So
Gina and Spencer's mothers, Jin Hahn and Christine Lane, were also aboard the flight and are presumed dead. And in addition to them, there were 2 coaches with the Skating Club of Boston. They're a couple. Their names are Vadim Nomov and Zhenya Shishkova. They actually won the 1994 World Championship gold medal in pair skating for Russia, where they're from. They had come to coach and train in the United States and had previously been working in Connecticut when they were recruited by the Skating Club of Boston, which is based in Norwood, to come help build out their training program in 2017. So they were out there working with the development camp and were flying back. Their son, Max, is also a teenage competitive skater. He actually participated in the U.S. Figure Skating Championships last week, and he was not on the flight, and he's headed down to D.C. To be there as all the rest of the victims' families gather near Reagan Airport.
Katie, the entire nation is reeling from this horrific news, but Boston has strong ties in the figure skating community. How is that community dealing with this tragedy?
Right. So it's obviously hard for this community because, you know, this flight is coming from Wichita. They kind of knew that there might be some of the victims on the plane because they were out there. The Skating Club of Boston, which is based in Norwood, is hugely influential in the sport of figure skating. It's one of the oldest clubs in the country, one of the founding members of the U.S. Figure Skating Organization, and also they were set to play host to the World Figure Skating Championships, which are being held at TD Garden at the end of March. So this is the premier figure skating event in the world. All eyes were going to be on Boston for this event. A lot of international skaters coming in. This U.S. Figure Skating Championships, the development camp, was just one of the events in the run-up to this. And so in addition to holding this massive event, they're also reeling from the loss of these young, up-and-coming, talented skaters, their supportive parents who are always around the rink, and the coaches who are there training with these athletes. So it's a pretty devastating time for this club that also has so much going on to get ready for this event.
Senior Assistant Sports Editor Katie McInerney, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
For daily access to Boston Globe Today, all segments and episodes are available on demand in the Boston Globe app by clicking Watch.